First thing I'm going to do is set up the limit of my bevel. And I have a little device that I made which gives me an adjustable positioning of a little flat section in the back, and that goes against the base of the blade where the cutting edge is. And I'm going to adjust this down just a little bit. I think that might be a good distance. Remember, this is all subjective. This is what you want to do. There are no hard and fast rules as to how big the bevel should be, how short it should be, whatever you want it. And I like to use a Sharpie. And I'm holding that right up against that flat portion of the gauge. I'm holding that in position. And I'll just draw my line right across. Now that's going to tell me what the upper limit of the bevel is going to be. Now we have to determine the lower limit. And we're going to do that by scribing 2 lines on what will eventually be the cutting edge. In order to make them visible, I'm going to use a broad Sharpie here. I'm going to paint that base of the blade where the cutting edge is going to be. Paint that all black. There we go. So I've got that ready to go. I've set up a surface gauge with a carbide point. Remember, this is a hardened steel blade. This is not annealed. So I need a carbide point in order to scratch. I've got this set up so that the distance between 2 lines that I'm scribing is 1 line. I turn the blade over and do the exact same thing on the other side. And what I've created now is that visible, Adam?
Yep, we can see it.
Can you
Okay.
show how the scribe works on the blade, Bob? Either Adam go around to the other side or turn the blade around.
This way?
Do it this way, yeah, so you can see how it works.
Okay. I just move that right along. This is called a surface gauge. And it is adjustable in various directions using this little wheel and go up or down. And they come in various sizes. Here's another one that I use for other measurements. And I can move that in various positions. But you don't need to have a surface gauge. If you don't have a surface gauge, you can use an old tool bit, grind that down to a position where the sharp edge is just about where you want it to be to give about a 20 thousandths, 15 thousandths space between the 2 lines. And you could use just a ground tool bit, hardened steel, to just move it along exactly as I did in one position and turn it over. Same thing in the other position. So you don't need a surface gauge, but I happen to like them and they work out really well.